Hello and welcome to the latest monologue, and this one, it's something which has been ringing in my mind on who owns the CBK, or rather said the Central Bank of Kenya. Who owns it? Whereas you cannot find that information on public domain because you'll see that the public will say it is owned by the government, the Kenyan government, and that is not true. That's not true. It is you to connect the dots and understand that it is someone's business and he is in business of and it is the profit which is keeping him in business. We need to come to reality, because first, every activity that CBK does, its cost is on the public funds. Every activity that happens on the CBK, it's run by the government using public funds. All the activities there, their salaries, mention any, they are done using the public funds. Even the cost of printing the money itself, it's paid using public funds. And if that's the case, then why do they print money on debt? Why do they give money to commercial banks with an interest rate? Like currently is 10.75 thereabout. Why do they have to include their interest rate? Where is that cost? Where is that hidden cost? Everything is run by the government. Why should they give the money to commercial banks freely? You realize that it is a system of slavery being created. That's someone's business. It's run by those nobles. It's someone's business, not a Kenyan business. It's not a government enterprise. No, it is someone's business. Who is in control of that? Even you see the governor to the CBK is appointed by the government and may be confirmed by the National Assembly. But all that is bullshit. All of them, the president plus the governor, they are answerable to their bosses. They are answerable to their boss. And also, if you take you go back to history for some time, you see there is this president of US, James Garfield, was assassinated. Why? He wanted to print money debt-free. He wanted the US dollars to be printed debt-free, but he was assassinated. What tells you what? Many countries are running on systems of slavery. A few people running the economy, and then the rest are just there. Because, for instance, let's take for this. If CBK has printed $1 billion and they have distributed it to commercial banks on an interest rate of 10.75%, let's even make it 10%. So 10% of $1 billion is 100 million. They have not printed the 100 million. They have printed 1 billion only. Where will that 100 million come from? Where will it come from? It means that we are in a slavery. And they are the same institution which controls the inflation rates. They tell you that inflation is 4%. They just want to bring more money, and keep you in slavery. The same thing. Because you need to understand, if it is $1 billion being printed, they have not printed it, the interest rate is not printed yet. You have 100 million to pay. Where will you get that 100 million? That's why we are in this. It becomes a cycle. It becomes a cyclic kind of a thing. And slavery and exploitation. Well, I don't know what's your take on that, but I believe that's what happens. That's someone's business running on profit, and it is the profit that is keeping them on the business. That's what I can say. And if that is the case, then why are we involved in their own activities? Why are we funding that institution? Why can't do we withdraw all that financial support? Let them run their activities on their own, and then they eat the 10% only. What's your take on that? I've said, and I repeat, CBK is someone's business. It's not an institution owned by the Kenyan government. Just give it a thought, and you can also let me know on the comment section. Well, thank you.